Hello guys, welcome to this video tutorial. This is Arvind from MeritPros. Let's get started. So now let's move on to the next topic. So how to create and run your Selenium TestNG. It's a quite interesting topic. So stay focused. Now we are going to see the demo. Let's assume a scenario over here. Okay, just a minute. Yeah. Now let's assume a scenario over here. Okay. So this is my practice website. Okay, I'm going to copy this. I'm going to show it to you. So what am I going to do, or what is my use case is about? So I'm opening my Chrome. I'm clicking on the enter. I'm putting the URL inside the Chrome browser and clicking it, and I can see there is a login. So there is a username or email, and there is a password, and there is a login button. Simple use case. I need to launch your Chrome browser, enter this particular URL, enter the username, enter the password, and click on the login. Simple. That's what I'm going to do it about. So I have the username. So before I automate, I'm just showing you like what we are going to do. Okay. Username, password, login. Yes. Okay. This pop-up will not be coming, so don't worry. So I have kept it in my personal machine. So here you can see there is a text over here. So once I log into any particular user, so I need to validate whether it has been logged in or not, right? So I'm going to capture this particular text and I'm going to show you, or I'm going to validate after login whether this text is available or not. Or like say what I will do, it is like whether the test user one, so that's the user I'm using it, right? So whether the test user one is available over here. So this is the test case that I'm going to use it out. So I'm going to reiterate it to you in simple letters inside this notepad. So the use case is like say, step 1, launch the Chrome browser, and step 2, enter the URL. Okay. Step 3, enter the username and password. Okay. And step 4, click on the login. And step 5, validate the login. Simple. So this is what, these are the 5 steps we are going to do it about. So how to do it inside your Selenium and this particular project. Simple as it is. Okay. So I'm going to your SRC main Java over here. So that is what we have mentioned over here. So we are going to make use of the SRC main Java for creating the package and class files record for your Selenium and testing. Okay, so I'm going to create a package. So right click, new package. So then what's going to be the naming convention of your package is like, it's going to be everything as a small letter. So let me name the project as MeritPros my account. Okay. Or MeritPros login. Okay, simple. Finish it. Simple. Now we have created a project, package. Now we are going to create a class. Okay, right click the package. Okay, you see it, right? New class, login, scenario, check. Okay, here I'm not going to use your traditional main method. I'm going to leave it as a finish. Simple. That's it. Okay, now I'm going to create it on your testing. Okay, simple as it is. I'm going to create it on your TestNG. So as we have seen, your TestNG has a lot of annotations, right? So now we are going to see one of the annotations. So we have a wide range of annotations available. So just show you like what are the annotations available. So this is going to be an annotation like say before shoot. So before suit, before test, before class, before method. So before that, your annotation always starts with a at the rate. Okay, at the rate test, and again it follows the same hierarchy. So always, if it is there is a before, and there is going to be a after. So these are the annotations. Okay, after class and after test and after suit. So now we have seen we have created a specific annotations which is available in your TestNG. Like you can ask me, oh, these many annotations, should I use it in my project? Absolutely no. Depending upon your project requirement, you can use it out. Okay, it's not like hard and fast rule only all the annotations I need to use it on, or how do I use it. So it all depends upon your project. So I'll show you a small sample, don't worry. Now let's jump into your class file. Okay, so out of all the annotations, let's try to use something like at before test. Okay, so type at before test, control space bar. So okay, let me see it before test. Okay, so the thing is like Maven, it has added your TestNG, but in the project space it didn't add your TestNG. Simple. That's why it's not getting detected. Let me show you how to add it. So since you add it inside your Maven, right click the project. So we need to bring your TestNG to your project path. Okay, go to your project build path, configure build path. So libraries, add library. So here you have your TestNG. Next, finish. You see it's added over here, but it's still not added. Just click apply and close. It's added. Okay. Now go to your annotation, control spacebar. You see it over here. Simple. That is how it works. Okay. So what is basically an annotation? Quick discussion on annotations. It always starts with the @ symbol, and there are predefined keywords available for your annotations, and below every annotation there is a method available. Okay, so public void open browser. Okay, I'm giving it as open browser. That's it. Simple. Okay, so this is my annotation. As I said before, so if there is a before, there should be an after as well. So I'm going to give your at after test. Okay, you see it's getting added over here. Okay, and again every annotation starts with that symbol and it has a keyword, and always your annotation should have a method name, method below it. Sorry, close browser. Okay, sorry, I forgot to leave the space. Okay, done. That's it. And what is the test case we are going to execute? Your test case is going to exist always inside this at test. Okay, it's going to exist always inside your at test. So your at test is the place where you're going to write your test cases. So it's going to be at test. That's it. And let's have it as a public void test case 01. Or if you don't want to mention it as a number, test case underscore login. Simple. Now let's go to, so this is what is the structure of your TestNG that we are going to hold it. A simple explanation on this class file. So these are the annotations we have given, and every annotation is followed by a method name. So whenever you give your annotation, you can see over here all these things are getting auto populated. So this is a mandatory thing. Please do not forget this. Okay, if you delete this stuff, it will throw you an error. You can see all the red markings, right? And it will ask you to import it again. Okay, do not forget this. Okay, so and also again do not forget to mention the name or method name below your annotations. So now for simplicity purpose, like what we are going to do, it is like this is what we are going to do. Open your browser, specify it. These are the stuffs. So let's segregate it. So how to segregate it? Okay. So first thing is like I'm going to open your browser and launch your URL. So I'll be putting it over here. So because that's like prerequisites. So all your prerequisites should be or must be inside your before. It can be existing anything. All your prerequisites can be existing anything inside the before. Okay. So again, the behavior of the before, we'll see it separately. Okay. Individual befores. So we are going to use your before test now. So since it's going to be a prerequisite, like opening a browser and the URL is going to be a prerequisite, so we are putting it over there. And the next thing is like, say, enter the username and your password and click on the login and validate the message. All these stuffs is going to be inside your test case. Okay, because without this you cannot identify it out. Okay, so this is the particular stuff. And close browser, the last step of it. Once you do all your test case validations and stuffs inside your after annotation, you are going to mention your close browser. Simple. So this is how we are going to skeleton out the project. So now let's see the Selenium coding part of it. Okay, now how to do the Selenium coding part of it. So open the browser. So to open the browser, what we require, so we need a Chrome browser. So in order to run your Chrome browser, so first thing is first, Selenium doesn't open your Chrome browser from your laptop or desktop. It requires an exe file. So we'll have it as a seleniumhq.org. We are going to download this Selenium, your Chrome dependency. Okay, so we're going to go to your downloads, and here at the bottom, if you see, so this is the official website. Go to your downloads. Okay, so here you're going to see something called your browsers. Click on the browser. So there is going to be a Chrome documentation. Okay, so now what we are going to do is like which version of Chrome exe for your Selenium dependency we are going to use it. We need to mention it. So for that you need to know which version of Chrome you are using inside your laptop or desktop, because it indirectly dependent on this stuff. So you go to your help, about Chrome. You can see 91.0. And again it's downloading, please ignore it for now. So we'll use the 91.0.44. So if you go over here, 91.04, the last three digits may be different, so don't worry about it. Click on it. So you see the different versions. So for Windows, Win32, don't get misguided inside in it. 32 or 64, both are same. It's going to be the same, working the same. Okay, so I'm going to click on this Chrome driver. So it will be downloaded. If you are on a Mac machine, you can download it. Again, for Mac M1, that is a different one. And here also we have a Linux one. Okay, so I'm using a Windows laptop, so I'm going to download the Windows one. So already I have downloaded this one, so I will not so it's obviously downloaded, so no issues, let it be there. So if you see it over here, right, so it's in the downloads. So let's try to extract it. Okay, you can see a folder created, and this is a exe file. Simple. Let's copy it, or let's copy it. Let's keep it over here. Okay, so for this we require the entire path of your Chrome driver exe. Let's copy this path, go over here. So how to open a browser? System dot set property webdriver.chrome.driver. This is the keyword. So we are going to set, or we are going to tell Chrome Selenium that this is the place where we are going to fetch your Chrome driver. And before that, we need to tell, or we need to give the master path. So what is the master path? So this is going to be something like, say, WebDriver assign. Okay, so we have this master thing called your WebDriver, and we need to create a object for it. So WebDriver initialization. Okay, this is a mandatory thing. Do not forget to use this one. If you forget it, like we don't have any use of Selenium, because Selenium entirely depends upon this particular interface called WebDriver. Okay, so now we have added your Chrome driver. We need to assign it to your new Chrome driver. Simple. Okay, so till this only it's going to open your Chrome browser. Now how to open your web page? Driver.get. And what's the website? This is my website. Place it. Simple. Okay, so my prerequisite has been satisfied. Now coming to the test case, how to enter your username and your password. So let's see that one as well. So for now, let me log out of this one. Okay. Yeah. So I think I copied the website. Yeah, my account. Okay, so I launched this. Now I'm going to identify this particular username and your password. So if you want to identify it, inspect it out. Okay. So how and Selenium will be identifying your particular elements. So elements, whenever I mention whatever is inside this particular web page, we call it as an element. We inspect it and we can identify. So we have a different set of locators available in Selenium, out of which I'm going to use your ID, which is going to be given the priority. So how do I use the ID inside your third step? So it's going to be driver dot find element by dot ID. So that's the locator. So locator is nothing but in order to identify your element inside your web page. So element is nothing but this text box we usually represent in Selenium as an element. So to identify it, we use the particular locator called ID and we use it up. So ID's value, we need to use it up. We go to your Eclipse, paste it, dot send keys, send the username. That's it. And similarly for your enter the password, driver dot find element by dot ID. So even for your password, there is a ID. Inspect it. We have the ID. Yeah, that looks great. Makes our work much more easier. ID dot send keys. So what is the password? We have given test pwd1. Okay, paste it. Now click on the login button. So now let's see the login button. How to identify? Right click, inspect it. So we have an ID as login. So our work is more simpler. Okay, driver.find element by dot ID, paste it. So I'm going to click. So it's going to be a click. So how to identify whether it has been passed or not? So let me do the login and grab the text value in your my accounts page. Okay, login. So this is the my account page. So we are going to validate whether test user 1 is available. Inspect it. Okay, so again we have a ID, user info. Okay, copy it. Let's how to validate the successful login. Driver dot find element by dot ID user info dot get text. So what is this get text is going to do? It is like whatever is the text value available inside this p tag, it's going to get all the text value, like say hello test user 1 and all these stuffs. It's going to be getting it for you. And from this get text, we are going to validate whether your username, test username 1 is available or not. So get text dot contains. So there are different types of validation. Now I'm using the basic ones. Okay, contains this one. So if it contains or not, true or false, it will be coming. So we are going to give it under a value. Available. Okay, simple. So we are going to, so if it is available, what we are going to do? So if text available sorry, spell mistake, I'm sorry. Text available. If it is true, then let's print it out. Passed. The field is, login is successful. So if it is a failure, so what we are going to do? So we are going to give a else block. SYSO failed. The login was not successful. Simple. Simple. This is the use case. And finally, we are going to close your browser. So that's going to be driver.quit. Simple as it is. Okay, so this is the complete programming. Now how to run this program? Okay, so you can run it in two different ways. One is from directly over here, right click, run as TestNG test. So now let's see what happens. Okay, the browser has some issues. Let's see what is the issue. The path of the driver executable must be WebDriver system.set property. Okay, there is a spelling mistake. Set driver. Okay, I gave it as a spelling mistake. I'm sorry. DRI WebDriver. Okay. So let's retry it. Run as. So now you can see it has opened your Chrome. Login done. Yes, login is successful. Correct, right? So this is a simple way of running a particular test case from your class file. Now if you want to TestNG, usually doesn't run from a class file, it needs a TestNG XML. So you are going to right click this class file, TestNG, convert to TestNG. Okay, so if you want this option to be displayed, like say right click TestNG, this option to be displayed, simple. You need to go to your Windows, sorry, your help, install new software. So maybe a more simpler way in help, Eclipse Marketplace. And we are going to, okay, let it load for a second. Yeah, just search for your TestNG. Since I've already installed, it will be showing as installed for me. Okay. For you, it will be installed, something like this. Just click on install and go with the default settings. And it will ask you to restart for your Eclipse. Just restart it. And you should be getting this particular option on right clicking the class file. Convert to TestNG. So name of the suite, name of the test, it's going to be by default. Just leave it as is it. I'll tell you the main thing, what it is about. TestNG XML. So it opens like this, but go to the source. Okay, at the bottom there's a design and source. Go to your source. So here, if you see it, this class name is the most important one, because depending upon your class name, only it runs your test case. Like see, you can see the package name and your class name. So your package name dot class name, it should be on this particular format. So now to run it from your TestNG XML, right click, run as TestNG suite. You can see the difference. It is a suite, and when you run it from your class, it's going to be a TestNG test. Okay, so you run it from your suite, it runs your test case. Simple as it is. Okay. So any doubts here so far till now? I hope this is clear. A small use case, how it works. So this is how we create and run your Selenium with TestNG with Maven in your Eclipse. So any doubt here so far till now? So far? Okay, fine. I didn't hear from anyone. I take it as a yes. Okay, thank you all. Yeah. Thank you for watching this video. Hope the covered topics will help you in your career development and growth. See you in our next video.